Just text, I know it's a toss. Oh, but I hate the fact that we lost touch. Ayy, the Uber pulling up on call. Tell me, is you trying?
Well, good morning. Good morning. How you doing, everybody? Look like it's me and Trish right now, and she heading off to work. Oh no, I jumped right away. Thank you so much for coming right in. Thank you. Thank you. And it is Wednesday morning, and I have already started work. It's like 9:30. I've already filmed I filmed a little bit on the vlog, and then just busy, and I got a lot on my plate today. A lot on my plate today, I can tell you that. But yeah, we're going to be talking. Hey, Deb, this your last day, right? We're going to talk about the second part of our lives. We're living from healing from the first part. Second part of our lives. I got it written right up here. Healing from the first part. And I never thought about it, but Nora Potts, I am ever so grateful to her. Hey Tommy, welcome. Burpee, burpee, burpees, burpee, burpee, burpees. Thanks so much for coming in. But yeah, I was talking about that I've been really busy this morning. I had to film an intro to the video that I didn't have an ending. So I did that. Then my video for Saturday, I'm coming up, with some more stuff. It never stops. It never stops. But first, and before we get on our subject, because I'm definitely getting on that, and really, I got this subject from Nora Potts. I'm sure other people out there have it. But once if I get a title from someone, I will acknowledge you. However, I won't look at the video until after I do mine, because I don't want to be swayed either way. And I don't use many people, titles, but that's just really like that was deep. And it was supposed to be done last week, but y'all seen I was not myself last week. I was tired. The dog slept all night. That was the problem last week, because he hasn't been sleeping for months. And the doctor gave me something and still seemed like it would knock him out. So then I added a little herbal stuff, and now he'll sleep to about 8 o'clock. Disa says that, she's talking to Tommy. Let me go up here to make sure I didn't miss anybody. And Deb, is this your last day? Oh, she said yes. Okay. And Dee said, I slept through the alarm. I missed Heather's live. Oh, girl, that'd be so early. Well, I think my time is about 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time is what it is. So, and really Heather and her significant other, Werner, they are amazing. They have been so amazing and gracious to me. And also I want to talk about my shorts. They are doing really, really well on YouTube, and they really take off fast, which is good. And sometimes they'll take off fast, stop, and then they'll go back to going up. Also, if you have not been over to Instagram, and go ahead and join me over there so I can follow you back. And some of mine are, I think the most over there, I got about 700 on some of them, and some 600 and some less than, others. Because, TikTok is a whole different world over there. So now I'm starting on TikTok. And Tommy says, isn't it about 5 a.m., Tommy, Eastern Standard Time, for when we need to make it together, Tommy, and surprise her next time. That's what we need to do. And I made a lot of notes too today. But again, y'all know I do my shorts daily at this time. I always say at this time. But like I say, shorts are really easy for me to do more than the vlogging. Okay. And I love both, but for some reason, I don't know what it is. I think I was telling my sister it's a part of my mom. Because my mom had a lot of creativity, and I noticed my sister, she's funny. Um, and my oldest son, hilarious. But he got to me, it's like sometimes a little warped sense of humor, but some people get him. And my youngest son, he has a lot of personality, but he's more reserved a little. Don't get him mad though. Don't get him mad. And Tommy says sometimes Heather lies. Ooh, child. Yeah. Ooh. But the only thing, Tommy, we're talking about Come Hither with Heather, y'all. She's in Australia, and she does amazing videos. I think she'll be great as a reaction channel too. She did that a couple of times, and it was amazing. I love her reaction channels. Did anybody see Beekeeper yet? Tommy, somebody got to look at Beekeeper. Somebody. Oh, I would love to do a reaction to that. Okay, somebody got to look at the Beekeeper. I can't believe it. Y'all just wait until it come out and it's free. That's what y'all waiting for. Can catch it home. One of the hey warm strong. I was gonna say my brother, he could sleep in and can hashtag, but I'd rather you be here now. I'm just letting you off a little bit. But warm strong, we're gonna be talking about the second part of our lives. Healing from the first. And that wasn't even my words. That was Miss Nora Potts. Dee said it was your 2 p.m., my 6 a.m. this morning. Heather, it was our 2 p.m. Oh, okay. Dee, you done got me turned around now. Somebody going to look at the Beekeeper. Warm strong, go look at the Beekeeper. It's a good one. Okay, Warm Strong. I'm so glad that you stopped by. We know we got other lives. But really, I found that topic from Nora Potts. I gave her, it's a lot of people have the same, but I just never thought about it. And I didn't look at what she wrote about it. Because after I'm finished today, then I'll go back over and see what she wrote, because I don't want it to sway my little brain anyway. Patrick from Half Cheetah Review taught me that if you take a subject from somebody, don't look at it first, and then after you're finished, go look at it. I don't know if I'm gonna go back and look at it, because I'm gonna be so I didn't ask you what it was for. I know mine was just a checkup too. It was good. It was good. I was a little worried this time. I was like, oh, please, blood work. And he said everything was fine. And I got myself out of there. That's all I can say. And Tommy says, I woke up with a bad headache and I'm still crushing. Last week, I was just tired from the dog. That's what I was tired from. I was so tired. Well, you feel better, Tommy, because I always love you being here. And I seen you at Trish. That was, really, really good. Okay, another thing, too. I thank so much for the ones that share me out. And I'll definitely put you on my little ticker tape that runs across. I think it was Jamie shared me out, and Lydia. Life T well, it's not Lydia, Life TV. It may be Lydia. I know. But anyway, they shared me out. And I think because I was like on a very short time last week, I almost made it an hour, but I wasn't making it. But again, I want to thank everybody that's been looking at my shorts and giving me support. And my vlogs, like I say, the vlogs are a little hard for me. But if y'all can share those out, I would be happy for that. I think they need to be shared out a little more, because they get watched for a while when they do get watched. So if I can get my vlogs going, I'll be in good shape. I would be in great shape. Okay, and only by the grace of God that I'm going to get there. And like I said, with my shorts, warm strong, I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know. And I'll just think about something, or somebody will say something, and I just snap it up and can make a video. Oh, I wanted to ask y'all, can you say hell no without getting strike or anything? Warm strong, do you know? I ain't got my phone. Can you say hell no if okay, hold on for a minute. Let me go. I'm trying to get my phone. Hold on. So let me know if you can say hell no. Oh well, I done put it around here somewhere. I don't know what I did with it. Oh, I got it. Oh shoot. Do anybody know if I can say hell no? It's not the first. What they say, you can't cuss the first 7 seconds is what it is. It isn't. Let me see if y'all can hear it. Do anybody know? Warshawn, if you know, can I say hell no? Okay, this is one of my shorts. This is the one I'm questioning. Let's see. Wrong thing. I need my camera. Okay. Hell yes, D, I can't count on you now. You okay. Let me see if y'all can hear this. I'm gonna have to play it twice because it's already playing. Now you want to work it out. I say hell to the no. I want a divorce. I said it. I said it. Okay, let me start it over. I want a divorce. I'm tired. You treat me like a piece of trash. Then you control my every move, where I go, who I can be with, how long I can stay. Now that your side chick want to leave you, now you want to work it out. I say hell to the no. I want a divorce. I said it. I said it. Yeah, but okay. But this is only like, it's going to be about 20 seconds. I think that was 25 seconds. So I think it'll be all right. I think so. Heck to the no. What that mean, Tommy? Could y'all hear it? You should have been able to, because I had the speaker to the speaker. So, but anyway, let me get back to what we're talking about. First, I want to say I was in someone's live last night in the bushes. I was in the bushes. Lead Farmer. Usually I don't go over there, but I say he has 400 or 500 people, Trish, in his lives. But I end up going over. I was in the bushes, not even that long, because it was past my time to be on YouTube. And well, thank you, Tommy. I thought it was funny too. Hell to the no. I really thought about that from Color Purple. You know, Sophia. Hell no. Not going back. I ain't going back. But I went there. But what I was listening, it was two wives. They were chit-chatting in the chat. They weren't up on the panel. And they were talking about how all they do is work and they're not living. And I know a lot of people feel that way. Okay. So they went to their husbands, both of them, two different women, and the husbands didn't think they were just working, and they thought they were just living. and they really want their husbands to change their ideas and start going out, doing more, stuff, live and not just exist. And I just thought that was so interesting that so many people feel that way, and sometimes husbands basically think the same. Like, I guess you getting up, you're doing the same thing, they think you're happy. But hey, Rihanna, welcome, and thanks for all the support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I got another daughter. Well, thank you so much. And he said I should be okay. Thanks, Tommy. I think it's funny too. I think that one's gonna go up. Ooh, Saturday or Saturday. I don't know. But anyway, I did 6 in one day, and that was a record. I tried to do 7, and I might have did 7 the other day. So, and you know what I say in the end? It's just next. So yeah, I just thought that was interesting that 2 husbands said it, and really 3 husbands have said the same thing, that when their wives says they're just existing and not living, they think the opposite of that. So I guess my question to you, do you think that you're just existing? What do you think, Tommy? What do you think, everybody in the chat? Do you think you're just living? Or do you think you're just living? Not that. Are you just existing? Do you think you're living? Are you just existing? I know a lot of times in my life, I was just existing. I know with the boys, I was just existing. That was all I was doing. I had wrote down notes. That's why I keep looking to this side. Okay. So anyway, let's get into the topic. It was just a thought. D just put something in here for a start. Huppies. What does that mean, Rihanna? Huppy always. I don't know what it means, but okay. I wish I did. Huppy always. Aaron's making tomato. Oh, and apple fruit leathers. Ooh, yummy, yummy, yummy. He could send me some tomatoes and apples together in the fritter thing. Is that what you're talking about? That would be interesting. If they're in I guess the little pie, the dough pie, and that's the filling on the inside. I think that's what you mean. Thank you, Rihanna. Thank you. Sometimes I do come over to your channel, but I don't want you, because you be talking in your language, and I don't want to have to switch into your, English. So sometimes I'm out there not understanding, but I'm gonna have to stop in one day and not be in the bushes. Okay. Tommy said this week I have told a few people to fudge off, so now I'm living. Yeah, sometimes we're gonna talk about that a little bit too, about that. But I want to say, like, the second part of our lives, we truly are healing from the first. Okay. And immediately, okay, tomatoes and black fruit jam, yum. Okay, I'm gonna have to try tomatoes and jam. I'll mix it up one day and see how it tastes. Make like a tomato something, and okay, I'm gonna have to try that. Never know until you try. But when I think back about it, the second part of healing is in my 20s, because I had a real rough 20s. I don't know about anybody else. Hey, Bud Files, good morning. Welcome in. Robin, good morning. Roro, if you're listening, good morning. And Roro, I don't know why I can't make messages to you now on my computer. When I used to, maybe you changed phone service, so I have to go to my phone and type out now. And that's why you don't hear from me as much if you're listening. I love you to death. I haven't had tomato jams in years. Okay, Tommy. Well, what do you eat, Tommy? I know I love the title too. You came in just in time because you know me, I be running my mouth too long sometimes. But yeah, I just started before, like the second part of life is healing from the first. And I always go back and I think of my 20s. My 20s were really rough. I had no goals. I was lost because I think at that time people didn't really teach you about goal setting or, really talking about things you're going to do in life. What they talked about was marriage and having children, they get a job. And so I thought if I went along on that path, that my life would be all right. So about 21, 22, I got married. Too young, y'all. Too young. I know some people get married very young and they make it, but I would say it would not be easy because at that time you're selfish still and you got a lot of growing to still go. And then all of your brain have not fully matured. That last part is not matured until you're about 35 years old. Okay, I did study a lot about that. And that is the decision making. And that's why we make all the dumb decisions in our 20s and probably part of our 30s. Okay. But that's when I had my first marriage. We only stayed married for 3 years. And I think back on that. I don't know if anybody think back on how was your 20s in the chat? How was your 20s? I know some people went to college. They had a good time. They were carefree, but I wasn't. Okay. I went in the wrong direction. Hey, Stay, how you doing this morning? I got everybody coming in. Well, thank you. Okay, you came just in time. We're talking about food and we're talking about life. Tommy says he's telling me the foods he likes. I like strawberry jam, orange marmalade, classic cheesecake. They got a non-dairy cheesecake too, Tommy, and spicy foods. Yeah. Okay, we'll be all right together. Okay. Well, welcome in, everybody. Share me out. Thumbs up. You know how we need those little thumbs up. Makeup Mom, hello and good morning. Good morning. We're talking about that second part of life. And, we're healing from that. And we're just getting into my 20s. And I was asking the chat, how was your 20s? Do you think back when you were younger? I always do. Think back and what did you improve on or how you would handle things differently. They always say, now you know better, you do better. But my 20s were very rough. My advice really to somebody in their 20s, early 20s, don't get married. That would be my advice. Everybody wouldn't give that advice, but I would say, wait a little while until you really know what you want. I think a good age is about 27. And that's what I learned. Okay. However, I only stayed married 3 years, a little less than that, because by the time we were divorced, it was 3 years. But one thing I remember from being real young, I don't take much, have never took much, ever. Okay, so I'm glad that I did leave as soon as I did. Okay, because I watched other people kind of flounder. I don't know where I got that from, but that was one of my strengths my whole life. Okay, one of my weaknesses was not completing what I started. That was one thing. I would start on one thing, then drop that and start on something else. But my strength was when things were going bad, I didn't run. Even with him, I stayed until I made up my mind. And then once I left, I knew I was gone. Okay. I had a baby. So I left him my baby was about 13 months old. And then I had to move back with my mom. But when I look back at that part of my life, it was really a learning lesson in the end. Because from that marriage, I learned that I was not going to get married again until I was damn sure. You hear me? Sure. So I got divorced in 79. Yeah, I know it was a 480. And I get remarried until 2001. And me and my husband dated for 10 or 11 years before we got married. We've been together over 30 some years. So I look back at that. That was a learning experience. I really feel good about that I made a great decision of, leaving him, because if I would have stayed with him for 30 years, I wouldn't be looking like this. I can tell you that. So that's another thing. I made the wrong decision marrying him. I didn't listen to my mom. And I just wanted to get married to be married. I just told somebody that the other day that I really truly believe that she just wanted to be married to say she was married. And she said, you know what? Maybe. Tommy says, I grew up eating Tex-Mex. Honestly, didn't know what grits was until I didn't know what black beans was until I was grown. Okay. Thank you so much, Robin. Thank you. And I'll definitely put you on my ticker tape next week. And also, if y'all can share my vlogs out, please do. Monday, Wednesdays. Yeah, Monday, Wednesday. Want to go up tonight. Monday, Wednesday, Saturday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please share those out. I got to start sharing those out more than what I do. Like I say, I don't have a lot of views, but when people view them, they do watch them for a while. So, yeah. And Tommy say crumpets. I don't know what's a crumpet, a biscuit. I know it. What is that? That's a UK thing, isn't it? Crumpets. We still talk about that food, D. I'm so glad you and Heather and Drew had an amazing time. Okay. Stay said a lot of young people are more interested in the wedding than And when I was coming up, I'm a little older than you. But when we were coming up, that was just the thing to do, to get married and have children and work a job, put your head down and stay on that job for 30 years, retire and get that pension. That was what life is supposed to be. Supposed to have that little white picket fence like Andy Griffin, and you're going to be happy for the rest of your life. Okay. But I can tell you from my first marriage, all of us young people that was around each other, the majority of us got divorced. Majority of us got divorced. Okay. He said, oh, it's still to this day. People can be in their mid-30s, especially women, because their eggs are starting to dry up a little bit. So they're thinking that, I need to go and get married and have me a baby, So, yeah, let's see. Hey, Pete, how you doing? Thumbs up, please. Share me out. And also don't forget about my vlog. Share me out. Even if you don't like my vlog, share me out. Okay. Hey, you can't hurt my feelings. I just need them shared out is what I need. So if you can put them on your Nightbot, if you could put them on your community page to help a sister out, help me out. And I got Makeup and Mom. I've known her for a while from Tuba Chat. Okay, so I put down here, I just had a lot of pain, so much hurt that happened. But when I look back, it was all a learning experience. Okay. And I remember my mom used to say this all the time, and I'm sure some of your moms might have said it all the time. Tommy said some of my grandmothers were having kids up into, my mom had a oopsie. They call it a oopsie baby. And but she ended up miscarriaging, and I was married. And I think I don't know if I had my child by then, but she ended up, she was, a lot of people at that time, there was birth control around. But a lot of people couldn't afford it. I remember my mom said, I never forget this. It was either eating or birth control. What was the option? So I remember her saying that. So, and then she had kids in her late 30s, 35, 36, 37, somewhere. She had two more kids after us. Okay, I was just trying to look in the chat. I don't think I missed anything. Let me get back. But my mom always say that when you're old and you're on your dying bed, you look back at your whole life. And she used to say that all the time. And I don't know if any other parents said that to you in the chat, but how I visualize it as a child, like you was really on your deathbed. And I'm sure you do think about it, or even when you know you're going to pass, I'm sure you think about your life, you think about your family, you think about it all. Did I really live a good life? Okay. But I remember that. And but I know now it's not right on your deathbed. It's before you get to that. And like I say, I am so grateful to have a second part of life. A lot of people don't, because I say you begin that second part at 35. You're at the top of the hill. I always call as you're going up, I would say 35, you're at the top of the hill. The top. Okay. And then you start going over a little bit. Then you start questioning, why am I here? What have I done in life that should have been done? What have I missed? So many things in this life. Is that all that is? I can remember asking myself all those questions. Hey, Planet Mimi, how you doing? Okay. Okay, Tommy. I'll see you again. Okay. And let's see. I am so glad you came in, Mimi. I am so glad. I've known her for a long time on YouTube. We're going on 3 years now, Mimi. 3 years, girl. Yeah, and we're just talking about, really healing from the first part of our life, because a lot of people, like I was saying, don't get to the second part. And it's really sad. So I know I am so blessed to be the age I am, because a lot of people have not made it as long as me. I'll be 69 this year. I will be 69 this year. And my doctor says he don't know if he always say it's got to be your genes that get you through. And I'm sure it's that, but I did a lot of exercise in my life, a lot of exercise in my life. And I really say that was my insurance policy, and I didn't know it. I used to exercise a lot to stay thin. But that ended up being my insurance policy as you get older. And I'm telling you, younger ones than me, too, and even my age and older, eat better now. If you have the weight on you, get it off now. Okay? So, and you'll have a more vibrant life, is what I can say. Okay. And Robin says 68 and always looking fabulous. Yeah. But you know what I found out is most women, I can't really talk about men, but men too. Most of us really, I don't want to say a girly girl, but we always fix ourselves up, and that don't change. It really don't. I'm still that girl that used to sit on y'all gonna hate me now. I used to sit in the front of the school on this bench, and everybody, but I wasn't that bad. I probably was. And if you got off the bus and you looked at her, be like, your mama let you out the house like that. And I look more horrible than them. Okay. So I don't know who I was picking at. I have no idea. But yeah, and then I talked about my 20s. Mimi, I don't know how your 20s was. I know she had a divorce. She even made a video on it. And I kept saying, you need to make a video, because it's interesting, because I think younger people need to see that. Okay, and that's like looking back over your life too. It is. And see, how can I make it better? That's always my thing now. How can I make it better? And you know, another thing that I think so important, I wasn't grateful enough in life either. I was not grateful enough in life. So you want to think about that too. How grateful are you at the point in your life? You know, you're grateful for what you have. God knows I'm grateful. And then you're grateful of the things you don't have. But I'm telling you, if you're grateful, you wake up, and I know some people meditate, some people thank God in the mornings. Um, but if you start your day out like that, it'll be so much better. So much better. I'm telling you. Okay. Then I done talked about my 20s. We gonna talk about these 30s. My 30s, when I look back, was a lot better than my 20s. It was hard now. It was hard because I had my first child from my divorce. Then my second child, I had when I was about 27. And I think that's the point where I really started the maturing point. I was a child before, you know, but 27 is when I start really getting a grip on life. When do you really think, when did y'all in the chat, I'm going to pause on this one, really felt like you were a matured adult? When you start thinking better, when you start thinking wiser. You're still making a lot of mistakes now. But that 27 years old after I had my second child, oh yeah, I got better. I got better. I got better after him. You know, and even though he wasn't a planned baby, and when I look back, it was a learning experience. I had not learned from my first mistakes. And believe me, that second baby taught me. That's how I look back at it. You know, he was a oopsie, and I remember like really being stressed until I got that first flutter. And then I bonded in. And I just knew there wasn't going to be a third. Okay. But I did. I look back and I'm so happy that I made a conscious decision at that time, because it put me where I got a trajectory and to fly. That's what I did after I had my second one. Robin says about 35 for me, married, family, started a business. Okay. And that's when we get so busy in our lives. I look back, my life was a rat race. You know, the boys were still small, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. One was about 8, so one had to be about 11 maybe, 9, 10, 11, 12, because they're might have been a little younger because they're 5 years apart. That's a great age to have kids too, 5 years apart, 3 years the least, that's what I say. But that was great. That was even though the second oopsie, I'm so glad they were 5 years apart and they weren't stair steps. Hey, Sung Art, how you doing? Yes. Mimi says she is currently, yes, because you still have a child in the house. You're still working. And then at that time, when I look back, that's why I like to talk to younger women a lot of times. And I tell, the women, that young women around, ask me any question. And what I used to try to do is, I don't make your decision for you. I give you a little tools to work with, because I still make mistakes in my life too. And I'm still learning. You never stop learning. That's the whole point. You never stop learning. But yes, you're still, if you're still, even Keisha, she still has a child home. She has a daughter in college. She's working. She has a husband. You got a home. So you're so busy. I was in the survival mode because I was a single mom. Okay, I can't talk about other women that was married around that time, but I was in a rat race. I was in the survival mode. And the sad part, I wasn't really into the parenting mode because I was so busy making a life for us. Okay. However, I look back at that life. I purchased a house as a single mom. Lights, water, phone never went off. We may not have had everything, but I did the best I could at that time. Do I consider myself a good mom? A great mom. I took care of you to the best of my ability. But you know what? Now I know better. I will do better. So when I do talk to young parents, my first thing is sit down and really talk to them. Even have like I know one of my ex-clients is like almost a daughter to me. And my thing with her is because she has four. And just get everybody together, even if you sit down for 5 minutes and say, how was your day? What is going on? What is the problem? It could be 5 minutes and that's it. And everybody got to contribute to something. Okay. Even if I don't know, I ain't have a good day, but I think I know that's a component I missed was that. The kids were loved. They were, well taken care of. Like I say, they went for nothing. Okay. So, and I think they had more than a typical single parent household. Okay. And that was from a decision I made after my second child. So, and that's, another thing I look back and I keep saying mistakes keep happening in your life. I look back at that because you have not learned. And those mistakes are going to keep coming at you. They're going to keep coming at you. But I'm going to back up to the ones around 35. Forgive yourself when you get older. Give yourself grace right at this point that you have done the best you know how. Now that you know better, you will do better. And a lot of times it's from listening to other people, and doing other things. Because there are some things in my life that I wish was different. You can't wish it, can you? At this time. And it's because of the decisions I made at that 35-year-old point. Okay. I think I met my now husband around that age, 30 some years old, but I was still struggling with being a single parent. I still wanted them to respect me as a mom. Even though I was gone a lot. Sometimes I would work two jobs, one in the day, one at night, until I got really tired and got sick. And I did it for about a year and I never did it again, is what it is. But what about your life now? What do you really feel about your life now in the chat? What do we're up to this part. If you 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 and up, what do you really feel about your life right now? You don't have to go in depth. It's like when I went into Led Farmer's chat, how these wives were talking about, they felt like they were just existing. I know they were working because they said that they do nothing but work and they weren't living. And somewhere you're going to have to change that before you get to 68. It would be nice if you did. Stay says it was all a part of a journey. Yep. It's a journey. It's the road we're going to travel with the decisions that we make and made us who we are today. Yep. And I learned to accept it and embrace it. And you know what I call it? I call it grace. I call it grace stay. And I can remember too, they are truly golden years for some, Robin, for some, not all, free to do me, it's me, and enjoy the journey. And I'm beginning to I would say I let YouTube take it away from me, but now I'm controlling it back. Okay? Now I'm controlling it back and getting it back. And then, like I say, I truly love doing shorts. And I just go back to that. I love that. I do them daily. I love it. They come easy. Vlogging, not so easy for me. Vlogging is not easy, y'all. But I know the more I do it, the better I'll get. Okay? And share me out on them vlogs. I need y'all. They come and they look for a while. And then, but I don't get a lot of views, but I get, enough time in there that they're looking at. Okay? And if you know you're going to go over there and only look for a half a minute, don't go. Don't go. Don't go. Please. Look at the whole one. And yeah, a lot of people, Robin, I got to retire early. I got to retire at 57. And that was because of my husband. But I got to retire young. And I am so happy. But I really lost the sense of being grateful. I really did. But now I am so grateful. I am so grateful, And Planet Mimi, she's where most people are, the way the economy is right now. How is that possible? Mimi, with me, I say it's always that quiet moment. You make time for that quiet moment. I don't care if you're taking a shower. Just get in there and be grateful for whatever you have. I know that book isn't out here. Nothing's everywhere it should be. But it's called, make sure I put it on my community page. I've done it a couple of times because it helps me so much. I think it's by Rhonda Brimes from The Secret, but it's called The Miracles. And it has, I'm telling you, it has little things to do every day. However, you have to be in that mindset. Because if you're not there, then you won't do what's in the book. And I always, when I tell people about that book and they say they buy it right away, I already know they're there. Okay. I do know one person, and she's also doing it with her daughter, because, your daughter, your children are looking at you. And sometimes we don't realize it. Like when I used to do the bills, everything got paid first. Everything. That was always it. Okay. And the boys were watching me because I really didn't train them on that, but everything got paid first. Okay. And everything came after that. I don't care if it was holidays. I don't care birthday. Everything else came first. Okay. And if anything was left over, then we dealt with that. Okay. But you are so right. The economy is, even on us, it's like I'm about ready to leave Publix and go to Aldi's. I am. I'm thinking hard. I'm gonna go this weekend. In fact, I'm gonna take y'all to Aldi's with me. And I don't need a lot of stuff right now, though. I don't really need a lot of stuff. But yeah, Planet Mimi, I do. Once I did retire, it was like jumping off a fast moving train, if you can picture that, to slow down. It took me a while to slow down. It took me a while, but believe me, you're going to make it through. When I look back, even at that, and the kids, I cannot believe I am where I am. And Mimi, you have taken care of your son. He's in the service. Your daughter, she's growing up. And it's not easy. It's not easy where you're at right now. Whether you're married, single, you got those teenagers. I love when people tell me when little kids, oh, I love being a mom and a dad. I love it. Wait till them things become teenagers. Even the good ones, my oldest, I would consider him good. He still ran me crazy. Okay. So, and let me tell you this right fast. My oldest, he was probably 11th, 12th grade. He fell in love with a pregnant girl. I knew to keep my mouth shut. It wasn't his, it was somebody else's. And I went along with it. I learned, I know to keep your mouth shut. In the end, they end up breaking up. He ended up crying. Tell me she used me. She went back to the dad. I was like, in my mind, I was like, oh, she didn't. Nobody could use you, but it is. I can remember that. See, that's what I mean. You think back, and really, another thing too. When I think about that, when your teens are really going in that wrong path, try not to really make it worse than what it is, because you can really push them over. Okay. But I've learned that if they really like somebody, stay out of it. Less it's, harm somebody way older than them. That person's doing stuff that they don't need to do. I'm not saying get out the parenting equation, but sometimes as they get older, they're gonna have to make their own decisions. I love that for you. I know. I love it. I listen to other people like D, and because I know there was times I hated my job. I hated it. I worked at the bank, but then, if you heard my story, and I'm not going to make it long because we're at 51 minutes, is when I left my job and then I went to work for myself. And I never went back to working a 9 to 5. So I always worked for myself. So YouTube, people say it's a lot of work, but it is. But I've worked for myself so long. When you work for yourself, you are going to work hard. You're going to work hard. You'll make more money, but you're going to work hard. So what I found out, what I learned at the bank, I was there for a reason. When I look back, and that was to be able to run a business, because you really need to know how. Even with YouTube, the taxes, don't forget that. I don't care if you don't get that, what, a 500, 600, you still need to report that, y'all. Okay. Don't try to hide it, because you always got to look over your shoulder. Don't forget those taxes. And y'all don't be hiding them little $300 or $400 that YouTube done paid you. Don't be hiding it, okay? Because then you'll have a headache. Oh my goodness, I got Tamika. Thank you so much, Tamika Davis. I even thought about you the other day. I did. Some people on YouTube, you do really think about, you run across. But the bad part for me right now is I am so busy with YouTube at this time, because like I said, I do the 3 vlogs and then I'm doing the shorts every day. So that leaves me little time to really get to everybody unless I'm out in the bushes. And a lot of times I'm out there because I'm tired. I'm listening. Led Farmer would have never known that I was in his chat. I've never really been to his chat. Okay. But I'm on the outside saying art. I know you did art the other day. You stay, I just don't want to go in and start chatting. Sometimes I'm that way. But getting back to wherever we are, we need to stop. We need to stop and enjoy and smell the roses. Because you know what, Mimi, those bills, the economy, what we gonna do? We have no control. We have no control. All we can do, maybe budget our money a little tighter. And God knows I know about that. Believe me. I used to cook 2 whole chickens. I never forget that with the boys when money was really tight. 2 whole chickens. This was like on a Sunday. Sweet potatoes, Could have been collard greens. It could have been whatever. It could have been black eyed peas with a big pot of rice. And that will carry us almost to the whole week. I learned it from the other generation, my mom's generation, how you could take nothing and make something out of it. Okay. And that was a great generation before me. Say, tell them, Betty. Now I'm going to talk about us baby boomers. When I look back, I really think, and most baby boomers won't agree with me, I really think we messed up. We messed up for our children, and we got them a whole different mindset. I really think that this is my thought, that we made our children more materialistic. We made them more materialistic. They want brand new houses. They don't want to start. They didn't realize their parents started in something small. Like my house was 1,200 square feet, and now it's 2,200 square feet. But they want what their parents got or even bigger. But we really did. We stopped focusing really on the education and more the material stuff. Name brands. I'm telling you, when the kids were coming up, I'm the one initiated that. Okay. Name brands, quality clothes, make sure they last. I still do that, but I don't worry about name brands like I used to. But my kids got it from me, the shoes, all of that. And here we're broke, and we trying to live up to something that we're not. And how I got the funds with credit cards. By the time the kids left, I was $15,000 in debt. Right now, it might not seem like a whole lot, but that was a whole lot. And if I had that hanging over my head, I wouldn't have been able to retire early. So I did get smart with that. And I started, I got a second job, might as well say, and I paid them all off. And within a year, and can you imagine if I didn't have those bills, what I could have done with that 15 grand? But now I'm smarter. Now I'm smart. If that car get close to 1,000, oh yeah, it's getting paid down. It's going all the way back down. Okay, so you might want to start looking at that. That's what I look back at. Money was always tight, but then entered the credit cards. We think got more spending power, but we're putting ourselves farther in debt. You want to think about that with all those. A lot of people say that they can't live without them. But I say, if you do get something on your credit card, this is my stance now. When I look back, and I used to just buy little stuff, is make sure it's like buying a refrigerator. If you don't have all the cash to buy a refrigerator, then put that on there and don't put anything else on there. Okay? Because one year we had the refrigerator go and we had the washer to go. Both of them to go. And it wasn't like oh God, this done broke down. It was like, okay, we can handle this. So if you're close to retirement, or you're thinking about retirement, don't have the debt over your head. Have the bare necessities. If you can have your house paid off, that would be phenomenal. Okay. Oh, thank you for stopping in. Yeah, I'm going to leave in a little bit. But honestly, because we're at 59 minutes, honestly, when I look back at my life, it was hard, and I made it hard. I made it so hard. I really did. And now I can say, job well done. Job well done. And whatever mistakes I made or make now, I give myself grace. I give myself grace. And as I'm thinking about this, I'm looking at Jamie. Oh, Lord, Jamie is in the rat race too, right now in her stage of her life. You know, her kids are still young. I don't care if they 18, 20, 21. She know what I feel about that. But Jamie is an amazing mom. She's an amazing mom, but she's a single mom. I was a single mom. And I know what you go through. I know how strong you have to be when you don't have to, when you want to just fall apart. I can remember the crying in the closet, didn't want the kids to see me cry, or one of them making me cry. The baby one. Okay. And thanks again, Robin. But yeah, we want to, and one day she won't be in that rat race. The kids will be older, mature, wiser. And I don't know if she wants a quiet house. I love a quiet house. Jamie, you want a quiet house? That's what I always look forward to, a quiet house. Oh, one more thing before I get off of here. This is something I really want to say to people. If you have a problem, this is one thing I want to say with somebody or with people. Fix it then. Or if it cannot be fixed, let it go. Let it go. I had a monkey on my shoulder for 30 years? I had to let it go. And you know what I had to say was, they have people that love them. I got people that love me. Neither one of us are bad people. And that took all that monkey, that weight on my shoulder. So if you got something that's really heavy and it's changeable, because some things you got to fight through. But to me, people in your life, that's changeable. That's changeable. Are treated differently. Anthony, you are never late. You're never late, but y'all can come over here and help me film today. Y'all can help me film today. And oh yeah, my vlog on Saturday, it's going to be a little different. I got to take a journey. And I'm going to take y'all along on that journey. It's not going to take up the whole vlogs, but it's going to always take up a part of the vlogs every day. So yeah, I need to go on this journey that I put off for a while. Okay. So I can see Betty, the real Betty, not the real, just the whole piece, and just not part of one. So, because when I look in the mirror, I want to say, oh my God, look who here. Hey girl, how you doing, my friend from the UK? How you doing? Oh, we go back a long, Ethel the man. We go back a long way. Hey, you know what? I just thought about you this morning. I really did. And it's going to be part of the journey that you're taking. I got to do something, girly girl. I keep saying that, but I'm going to show. My thing is, I want to show people that it can be done. It can be done, and it's going to get done. Yes, I see Fisher Jamie. Yup. Yeah, and I'm getting ready to go. But I am so glad that y'all joined in this morning. And please, on my vlogs, share me out. Like, I don't get a lot of views on my vlogs, but once they're on there, they do look for a while. So share me out with those. I need to market those a little bit better. My shorts, okay, my vlogs Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then y'all see daily I'm doing my shorts. Okay, and those are doing pretty good. I'm like, pat myself on the back. I'm so happy about that I found something really easy. And I said again, vlogging for me is not easy, but that's what makes it so workable for me. I want a challenge, but I don't want to challenge that hard. I know, right? Listen to me. I know, right? I love my shorts. Oh my God. They are so much fun, and people just come. But you know what? Many people haven't been telling me off lately. One or two will come in, but I noticed that in my comments, they're not telling me off. So I must be doing a good job, and then some of them are going to have a little twist. Like one I'm going to do on brown girl's hair. So I had to get in a different character for that, because in the other ones, I really have to get into character. And even with that one, I will be, but it'll be a different. So some of them will be a little different when I talk about the brown girls. So, yeah, the girls with the curls, curls, nappy hair, dreads, our hair, we could do anything with it. Even when it thins out, we can wear a wig. You have beautiful hair, they know it, and you always will. That's going to be the gist of it. But it comes easy for me. But thank you so much, everybody, for stopping in, and share me out. Thumbs up if you haven't thumbs up when you came in. Well, thank you. I'll go straight tomorrow. I'll go short and sassy. Okay. Yes, Song Art. That is a great friend of mine. And thank you so much, everybody, and for always coming back. And thank you. That's all I can say for always being here for me. And I thank you, Stay. Thank you, Robin. Thank you, Roro. Thank you, everybody in this chat for being here. And I will see y'all later. I think, let's see. Oh, what they say, you not ready, girl. Okay, bye-bye, everybody.